As Memphis Police Department comes under intense scrutiny, we want to bring in Apex, North Carolina Police Chief Jason Armstrong. He previously led the police force in Ferguson, Missouri, after it was overhauled in the wake of Michael Brown's fatal shooting in 2014. Good morning, Chief. Thanks for joining us. I know this video is incredibly upsetting to you. Tyre didn't have a weapon. He was pleading for mercy. There were more than 5 officers against 1 man. How can officers get so out of control?
My answer to that question is I don't know. Watching that video, my heart breaks for Tyre, my heart breaks for his family. But what I saw in that video wasn't policing. What I saw in that video were individuals that were, intent on imposing their force and their domination on an individual, and it was uncalled for.
As we have said, reforms have been made in police departments. They were even enacted in Memphis in 2020. So can reforms and police training prevent this? Memphis says they had training.
I do believe reforms and training can prevent this, but the number one deterrent to this is when police officers around the country see what's going to happen to them when they participate in behavior such as this. And so these individuals were fired. These individuals were charged appropriately for their actions. Similarly, what we saw happen in Minneapolis with Derek Chauvin and his actions. And officers around the country seeing that this type of behavior is not going to be tolerated by law enforcement, is not going to be tolerated by the communities that they serve.
But they have already seen what happened to a Derek Chauvin, and this happened, and they were wearing body cameras, yet they still behaved this way.
Yes, and luckily they were wearing body cameras, and we had the evidence, in hand to hold them accountable, for their actions. One of the things that I look at and we talk about when it comes down to this is at the end of the day, no matter what piece of equipment you give an officer, no matter you have a body camera on them or people are watching, at the end of the day, these are people, these are human beings. And when faced with, whatever circumstances they're being faced with, they're going to make decisions that automatically come to mind to them or what are natural to kick in for them. Unfortunately, violence is what was natural for these individuals in this instance. And that's what we have to do a better job as law enforcement leaders is identifying these individuals that are inside our organizations and our police departments and getting them out of the profession before something like this happens. And that's where the reforms really have to take place, and that's where the reforms can really have an impact.
And Chief, as we've noted, all 5 officers charged with second-degree murder are Black. You just heard Ben Crump say there is still racial bias, and also this is institutional police culture.
We see that racial bias across all forms. It's not just in policing. That's just something that our society deals with, unfortunately, in this country. There have been plenty of studies. There are plenty of bias tests that people can take. And when you look and analyze the data from those tests, it shows that most people have a bias in particular towards Black and brown individuals in this country, no matter if you're white, Black, Hispanic, just like Mr. Crumpa alluded to. And we continue to see that. And so knowing that we have these biases that we all carry around with us, and when we talk about the implicit bias trainings and things, it's not, no training is going to completely dissipate someone's bias that they have in them. What we're hoping individuals can learn is identifying their biases so they learn better to work within them to where they're not having a negative impact on somebody else. And we have to take that emotion that we're all dealing with right now, and we have to turn that into fuel, and fuel that will lead us to see some change in this country.
Thank you so much for your thoughts this morning, Chief. We really appreciate it.